Hey guys, this is Carla, and this time I'm back with a review for episode 16 of season 4 of the TNT show Major Crimes. This episode is titled Thick as Thieves, and I have to say, this is probably going to be a really short review because I like the episode for the most part, but see, I have this chronic distaste for characters who are just like stupid for the sake of being stupid. And okay, that probably sounds really bad, but this entire episode, like the crime of the day, it was all a bunch of people, like the whole entire freaking family was so stupid to me. Like, okay, I get it. They're kind of a little bit naive and I don't know, a little bit. I mean, for con men, they're really naive, and I know that in real life there's people like that and I shouldn't like judge them harshly and stuff, but they're just not entertaining to me when it comes to my shows that I watch. So the entire friggin' time I just spent in the episode listening to these people talk, and I'm sitting here like, why are you so stupid? You can't be so stupid as to not realize what the freak is going on. It's like the mother who like willingly dragged her own son into this diamond stealing business or whatever, and then the fact that she was more worried about the fact that her boyfriend had lied to her than the fact that he might have killed her own son, and the boyfriend who was like all charming and whatever and just didn't make sense at all in what he was saying like half the time. It's like what the hell is wrong with this family? You know why your son is dead? Your son is dead because you're all stupid, okay? You're just can't see 5 inches in front of your face. So in that sense, the main criminal plot just kind of made me pissed off. I mean, it was okay. It made sense, like the whole thing. I liked that that the Bill's Bond lady was the killer, but at the same time I found it a little bit predictable because it's like, yeah, they had this whole scene at the beginning, so it's either gonna be her or it's going to be the dude, the Bell's Bond people. It was gonna be one of them because they had such a prominent scene in the beginning, so you don't give them that much focus to never use them again. So I figured it was gonna be one of them, and I don't remember the actress's name right now, but I remember she was in a ton of like teenage movies when I was a kid. I remember her from Disney Channel and whatever, so it was good to see her, and she's the one that I knew out of the two of them, so I figured it would be her. So it wasn't exactly surprising at all. It was fairly predictable, but I like her. I like the actress. And honestly, this family was so stupid that I was just like, yeah, they're coming. I know that's a terrible thing to say. I wouldn't say it about anybody in real life, but in my TV, I reserve the right to judge idiots as they are. So yeah, the main plot just didn't really do anything for me. I was very glad to see that Andy's back working, even though he's on a desk job, as he should be. But apart from that, there wasn't really anything emotional about the plot itself, the main plot itself. The one that I did like, though, was the side plot, which was Rusty and Slider and Mariana's brother, whose name I never remember for some reason. I thought that was interesting because Rusty, I mean, it's been 4 seasons, and Rusty still seems to have this problem, of not wanting to let people down, and because of that, he kind of withholds information forever, even though Sharon is always like, yeah, you have to tell them. It's happened like 3 times already. Sharon's always like, you have to tell them, and he still hasn't learned that lesson, and he always ends up, hurting the people that he doesn't want to hurt anyway, right? Like, I remember it happened with Chris back in the first 2 seasons or so. It's happened a bunch of times, and he still hasn't learned his lesson, so I hope that this time it's going somewhere, because, I mean, I do like the drama of him suddenly being in the middle and not necessarily wanting to defend Slider, but also at the same time he kind of understands Slider a little bit. So that is that's actually really interesting to me. But I really do want them, like, they have to actually bring this home this time around, because they can't just keep using the same dilemma for Rusty. He has to learn the lesson at some point or another, and I hope it's in this one. I thought it was interesting though, because okay, I admit I am a hopeless shipper of everything. Like, in all my TV shows, I have at least one ship that I adore. Usually I have more than one. So I'm like a hopeless shipper, okay? I see two people standing next to each other in a show and I start shipping them for no reason whatsoever, even if they never talk to each other. So this time around, because it was when this half of the season started, I told myself my one hope for this season is for Rusty to find a good boyfriend who's not a murderer and who's not, involved in any dangerous things, because Rusty, I love him. He's my little cinnamon roll, and I just want him to be happy, and now that he's actually come out, and he's, everybody's kind of come down to the idea that he's gay, I just want him to be happy. I want him to find a boyfriend who loves him. So I started getting vibes in this episode. I don't know if I'm late with this, because I get the feeling that probably a lot of people already saw this coming, but I didn't until this episode, when Mariana's brother kind of grabbed his hand. I'm like, oh dude, are they supposed to be a thing? Is that why it's so hard for him to break his heart with the whole Slider thing? Like, is that what's happening here? And now I really want them to make up, because I don't even know if the dude is gay, okay? I don't even know if Mariana's brother is gay. But if he is, then they need to get together. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's probably why it hit me so hard this time around. And I don't know. I can't imagine, being in that position. What I did love, though, I didn't necessarily like the fact that they're rehashing this storyline for Rusty so much, but I did like the twist at the end, though. The fact that now he's gotta go on the stand in favor of Slider for the appeals. Like, that's totally the loophole I was waiting for, because I'm like, yeah, that dude's not gonna take a loss that easily, because we've seen Slider's lawyer. We've seen him, and we know Rusty stated in this episode that he doesn't like the idea of the death penalty itself. Like, he wants Slider to go to jail forever, but people shouldn't decide on other people's lives like that. So I thought that was interesting, and I had that feeling for a while, for a few episodes, that they're kind of going to be embarking on a death penalty plot arc, because it's dramatic. So I was expecting them to do that, and I was kind of shocked when Slider was declared guilty, but then they said, oh, we'll reconvene for the sentencing, and I'm like, that's where it's coming. That's right. And I'm really glad that the lawyer, the defense lawyer, Slider's lawyer, actually turned out that order against Rusty. That was really fast too. I mean, can you get an order, a subpoena that fast? And I mean, either way, yeah, Rusty's been subpoenaed, but at the same time, he still has to state the truth, So it's not really up to Rusty. He just has to go out there and say what he knows. Which, okay, it's slightly better side of Slider than, murderer, but still doesn't exempt him. But that's the job of the lawyers, not Rusty's. So, I mean, it's gonna be dramatic, but in the end, I don't think it's a big deal if he has to go on stage. I mean, Mariana's brother shouldn't fault him for that. He's been subpoenaed. He has to do it. What he should fault him is for not telling him before, of course. because Rusty just doesn't learn, damn it. But I like the twist. I like where this is going. I do have to say though, like when that moment when Andy took the stage and he kind of just paused it for a second, he's like, "Let me show you," and then he just like put his hands up and stayed quiet. I was freaking out. Okay, I genuinely thought he was having a stroke or something. Like I was freaking out. I was hugging my pillow and just going, "Please don't let him die. Please don't let him die." And then all of a sudden he's like, "Yep, that's 10 seconds." I'm like, "Oh, I hate you, Andrew Flynn." I had my heart in my throat the entire time, okay? So, I mean, it was really effective for the jury, but it also had me, like, almost about to jump out my window, because I was so scared that he was actually having a stroke. Oh, God. I hope that he's out of, dangerous waters right now, and that I shouldn't be worrying about him having a stroke every other episode. Please, writers, I really, really hope you don't do that to me. But I thought it was a really good moment, actually. It's pretty good. And yeah, that's it. I mean, like I said, in the end of the episode, I didn't like the main plot. I thought the characters were stupid. I thought the plot was kind of blah. I thought the conclusion was predictable. It was nice to see that one girl, though. I should remember her name. I don't. But it was nice to see her because I like her as an actress. She reminds me of my childhood, so that's good. But apart from that, I didn't really like the plot. The B plot, though, was great. The twist at the end was excellent, and I can't wait to see where they take this death penalty plot from here on out. Because I think they can do really great things with this on the show, and with all the point of views they have to help Rusty actually kind of deal with it. So that's going to be interesting, and that's about it for me for now. If you guys want to see more major crimes reviews, be sure to visit our website, thegeekypub.com. We have reviews for the previous episodes of this half of the season. We also have reviews for other TV shows, movies, books, a ton of stuff in there, so be sure to check it out. And as usual, if you guys want to be notified of when we upload a new review, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link should be right below the screen, because that's where the reviews go up first. They're up on YouTube first before they even hit the website. So that is the one way where you can have the notification as fast as humanly possible. Yay, internet. And that's about it. I'll see you guys in my next review. So, bye.